Eating pussy high is so fucking fun.
Welcome back to Lustcast. I'm Tommy, and today I'm with awesome porn MILF Alexis Fawx. We're going to be talking about sex and weed. Is it good or bad for sex? Does it really help girls have orgasms? And why are all the porn sites trying to sell me CBD? Things like that and lots more. But first, if you're not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and follow us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, social media, everywhere you can. And so thanks for coming on the show, Alexis. How's it going?
It is going great. It's a lovely hot day here in Vegas. Thank you so much for having me on. I'm really excited.
Yeah. Oh, you're in Vegas. Cool. One of my favorite places.
Oh, yeah? Do you gamble?
Yeah.
Do you like the casinos?
I don't like gambling, but I think you could describe me as gaudy, you know? I love...
No, it's so gaudy. Oh, my God.
But I love it. I would...
From all gaudiness, like everything from all extremes. It truly is.
I would dress head to toe in gold if I could get away with it. So, it appeals to me.
You could do that here.
Yeah,
you could do that here and prance up and down like Las Vegas Boulevard and probably have tips. You probably make a good living off of that.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
And if you paint it yourself gold, maybe wear some really cute little gold thongs. Woo!
Yeah.
A little bit. Those banana hammocks. Paint that all gold.
I'm not sure I could get away with that, but
maybe
if the money's there, then maybe I would try.
I'm totally envisioning this. I'm like, fantasizing out about it. Oh, come on, kids.
Yeah.
Sorry, my two kids.
No, my cats.
I also have a little bunny rabbit or whatever, and so still to this day they're not used to it. And I'm like, guys, chill out. So anyway, let's get to it.
Yeah, and you seem like the perfect person to jump on this. So you've got your weed podcast, so which is great, and you have a weed business as well, I think. Is that right? Or
well, I have a coffee business. A lot of people get confused with the name of the coffee business, but it's really quite interesting. It's called High AF Coffee, and let me give a little background to that. I don't know what just happened. So the background to that is, I was sitting at my hammock on a Sunday, having a joint and a great cup of coffee that my friend, who is my distributor, sent me, and I was really enjoying it. I was like, "That's great! That's just Sunday fun day for me, and the great way for me to relax." And I was like, boom, I don't know, maybe I was a little high or whatever. Maybe I was a little lit. And I was like, boom, I should really have a coffee business. So I called him immediately. I was like, hey, I want to have my own coffee. I'm thinking my own set of beans. And I love coffee. I've been traveling around the world. And, that's one of my favorite things to do is stop and, try coffee from anywhere. It's just I don't know, it's a really intimate way to get to know the city. All cities and countries have their own special roasters. Not all, but most places you go will have something coffee related. Let's say they have mountains, and Central and South America is great for that. So anyway, that's just how it all transpired. And I said, of course, probably being a little high. I was like, let's call it High AF Coffee. And also in my mind at the time was a slick way of getting Alexis Fawx in a mainstream product without, scaring off mainstream people that would be like, oh my gosh, your coffee, even though it's great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just wanted to kind of surpass or just, I didn't want to feel I was battling poops, I guess, with that at that point in my life. I felt like that's something I would have to deal with. And he was like, yeah, that's great because it's high altitude for coffee because coffee, grows at high altitudes and stuff. So it's just a play on words and fun. And eventually I always thought it would be really cool because, with the legalization of cannabis, in different states and stuff like here in Nevada, we're going to start being able to see lounges open up where people can go myself. I'm not a big bar person. I don't go down to the casinos. I don't go to the clubs or anything like that. But would go to a nice establishment to sit back, have a joint and a cup of coffee and maybe some, light fair food and have a conversation with a friend. Maybe I would, that would be my type of a place. So that's the type of place that I would like to create one day where people can drink my coffee, maybe make it bring your own joint or bring your own weed or whatever, sit back, have a good cup of coffee, read a book and enjoy
like
yourself.
in the Netherlands, right?
Yeah, exactly. Because I love Amsterdam. So me growing up, fantasizing about Amsterdam and then maybe, eventually, being adult enough to go to Amsterdam and really experience that, putting that all together. It's kind of that's kind of just ingrained in me. So that's the whole like backstory to like the idea and the, what I hope to manifest from the whole thing eventually. The pandemic put that down, obviously, because no one is really meeting up, like the legalization, getting things through, and all that other jazz that goes with it, right? So,
well,
and right now, I don't know storefronts or resident storefronts right now. So we'll see how everything goes and everything. But right now we're online with that. So that's, I think a lot of people think that I have that weed business. And maybe eventually that I will have my own strain. That would be, the next step, when I would do something, very exclusive with, with a genetics person and stuff like that. That would be my next step with that. I love cannabis. I'm a huge cannabis advocate in a lot of ways. My podcast, which was originally my comedy show, which is called the High As Fawx Show, was a cannabis-friendly comedy show. So everybody would show up, smoke weed. We'd have comics, music, and all kinds of different things on. And then we would all smoke weed afterwards. And it was just like a really chill, awesome vibe. And, again, with the pandemic, and we just turned that into the podcast. And now we have people from my industry on and comedians and like, people from the cannabis industry. And it's just like, all our, everybody. I sponsor a boxer, having him on, and stuff like that. So, I've had him on actually twice. I just went to a cannabis nursery in Cali, and we did our podcast live at one of their events, which is always really
They call it a
cannabis
nursery.
So you could go and buy clones of certain genetics.
Okay.
So cannabis is really, I mean, I don't know how long you've been smoking, but I remember, I've been smoking.
For me, I don't. That's the thing. Like,
okay.
No.
Yeah.
Like when I have weed, I eat it and I get so fucked up.
Oh my God. Apple's fucking great. I just went to a baking party with my girlfriends last night. We just made edible. So I do it all. I've been doing weed for a long time. Like I remember back in the day where I've been smoking weed for a really long time. I've been eating edibles and making my own edibles for a really long time. Dabbing was the most newer thing that I've ever done. And I've been doing now that for many years as well. It just kind of depends on my high, what I want to do. And I do feel that I love, because I do get a nice little body high from cannabis. So for me, to step into the sex part a little bit for you, I like my orgasms a little bit more when I'm on edibles and stuff like that, because it's a little bit more intense for me. I could have that body high. So
even with edibles, because
honestly, people are like I'm scared of needles, so like I have to go get tested, right? And I hate it. And they're like, well, just it makes it worse because it makes me more sensitive. So I don't needle any more than I have to. But because it makes me more sensitive, and I can only speak for myself, I don't know across the board if that's for everyone. But because it makes me more sensitive, it makes my arousal better. I'm sensitive to touch, obviously. That's gonna make like the whole tease and orgasm better for me. I feel like for women that don't want the THC effects, I do suggest them CBD, because I think women, we walk around with a large list of shit to do in our heads, and we're mental when it comes to, we're not like that. Not that men aren't, but I think women are maybe at a higher percentage or something. I don't know. I feel like women are, at least I am, more mental. So if I've got a lot of shit going on, I might be a little harder to arouse or want to do this, or, harder to orgasm because I'm thinking, oh, fuck, I gotta da 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 da. And, being like I do have a lot of shit going on. So for me to snap out of that and relax a little bit, I don't have that list going on, beeping it by the back. It's no more alarm systems. I'm just there, present in the moment, feeling everything that I need to feel from my partner or partners, depending on the situation. It's great for anal. Oh my God, ladies and gents, whomever,
Really?
all gents, listen to this. I love putting a little CBD oil in my anal lube or directly into my anus, whether it's in a capsule or disposable, you get them in tinctures. What are they? Droppers. Pull it out. And that dropper is thick enough, you can actually stick it into your asshole and eliminate the fluid. But I do suggest throwing that immediately away because you don't want to dip that back into the solution, right?
No.
Be healthy. Be hygienic, okay?
Yeah.
Or just throw away that whole bottle of CBD. Whatever. Be hygienic. Please be hygienic. Doesn't matter if it's your own shit bowl. Be hygienic with that.
Definitely good tip.
But what that CBD does is we're just relax. And I'm not putting a lot up there. I'm not trying to be blitzed. I'm not trying to be high. I'm not trying to be passed out.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to take the edge off my day. I want to get rid of that list a little bit. So, and also anal can be terrifying for some women. Can be like, and men or whatever, like whoever loves anal, can be like a little scary sometimes. So to relax yourself, then what does CBD do? It kind of relaxes you a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So and also it has these healing properties in it. So let's say that you're, unfortunately, it gets a little inflamed or you have a little bit of a tear or something, maybe it's a big fucking dick that's going in there or a big fucking toy. Maybe you go a little crazy. Maybe you'll do it. And you're like, okay, maybe that's a little, things happen. I'm not saying it's unintentional, but things happen. So you already have this healing solution in your asshole already. And I just find that it has really, because let's face it, what I do on set is like a good 30 to 40 minutes of anal sex. People aren't normally doing 30, 40 minutes anal sex. They're like doing maybe 5. But it's not 30 to 40 minutes of like hardcore anal sex. They're not like doing reverse cowgirl and, throwing it back. So it has, because I'm single, I'm not out there giving my asshole up, randomly. I'm not that type of person. Not that I haven't been. That was my 20s. I'm just a little older than that. Run out of it. I want to be able to relax. So then more relaxed. And again, I want to make it very, very clear that I'm not unconscious, that I'm in the right frame of mind. I know exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm using the smallest amount to heal and to just relax and not desensitize, because that's a bad word. Or it's actually not desensitizing me at all, but it's so allow me just to relax for for what I have to, have sex, for the time being.
So
and
I think
fully awake, and I know everything that I'm doing and everything like that. I'm able to relax, which gives me, I'm enjoying the sex more. And if I'm enjoying the sex more, my asshole more, my partner is having great sex too. If I'm tense, they're going to be tense. That's not going to be that comfortable. So in your home lives, give it a try, and I'm talking just a minute amount. I'm not saying make yourself so relaxed you're going to fucking take a nap. I'm saying very minute amounts, know your limits. And it's not going to numb you. It's not going to desensitize or any of those things, but it may just kind of take the edge off from your day. Or if you have painful sex, it's also good for that.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, I think you've just gone through like every single question I had on my list almost, like just all at once. Like,
No, you weren't saying, I know you waited, and I'm not talking.
I'm like,
Recovering one question.
yeah, it's like, but just
so
to back
like,
up a bit.
I believe in all those things. And again, like talking about, in any type of thing. I'm not talking about an ultra state of mind by any means. I want people to be out there. I never like. I can't say never because people like, whatever they do stuff, but or they might drink, but like, be conscious and aware in all sexual encounters, and don't do anything that's going to put you out of your consciousness. If you're planning to have sex, whether it's in singularity or in group, or you're in a situation where those things may happen, that way you know where your boundaries are at all times. So whether that's weed or anything else, always be conscious. If I can, like, just have safe sex. That's part of having safe sex. It's not just putting a condom on or other female condoms or any of these other things that are out there. It's also be consciously aware you are in that present state of mind, so that that your boundaries aren't getting crossed, that you're not going to wake up regretting anything, and that you're having a great time, and you're going to be remembering that the next day, because it's great to fucking remember great fucking sex.
Mm-hmm.
I always am like, oh my God, this talk was so great, girl. Oh my God, we got to talk about it. Your breath,
See, your experience is so different.
Story if you're like, yeah, man, I went to this orgy and I don't remember fucking shit. Like, that sucks. Like,
yeah, right. Your experience is so different to mine. Like, when I get high, I become just so introverted. I don't even want to talk to people. And you're out there, like, starting businesses, having like the best sex of your life.
Yeah, dude, I love taking a dab and chatting and relaxing and stuff like that. Otherwise, I'm pretty introverted and quiet. I'm pretty introverted and quiet anyway, but like, yeah, it's also certain weeds and strains out there. Start looking at the terpenes that are in the weeds that you're smoking, because that could be like just a strong strain for you that maybe puts you in that. If you're natural person, that can, like, obviously you have a podcast, so you have to be somewhat comfortable talking to people, right?
Yeah.
So maybe look at the strain and look at the terpenes. I think a lot of times people also be like, "What's the THC?" And that's not the answer.
Well, this is where you're spoiled, because like, I live in Hungary, and it's so illegal here.
You're not getting a play from that. Oh, sorry.
If you get caught with a small amount on you, they make you go to rehab.
Oh, okay. So sorry, I didn't take into account where you were. I totally apologize.
We're still in.
Listen,
it's so different here.
If you ever come here, I will take you to a dispensary and we'll go through it, and I can show you the different things that I look for, because I want to. Because now it has gotten to a real science. It's not me just going down to the corner getting my my little fucking airtight bag or whatever and be like, oh, it's sticky, it's great, I wonder what it is. It's not like that anymore for me, or for people that that really consume in these particular cities in which it became legal. We're still waiting for federal, and that's a whole nother thing. But anyway,
and it's very interesting. So, like, before I did this podcast, I did some checking to see if there's any like scientific research on sex and weed.
Yeah.
And actually there's almost nothing. Apparently it's really hard to get funding. So almost everything we know just comes from people like you that have just experienced it and shared their experiences.
Yeah, and I'm open to it. Like, oh shit, where is it? I might have something I can show you right now that's really, really something unique. Oh, no, it's not in the stack. No, maybe it's in the stack. Hold on. Everything's right here because I'm an ass.
It's okay.
It's just something I've just tried recently, and I'm not a commercial. They don't even know I'm talking about it.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
But just to give you an example, I have anal. These are clean, by the way.
I trust you, don't worry.
I had an anal scene on Sunday, so it's like my whole anal kit, and like I said, it is clean. Everything's in here. This is just, and don't worry, the topper was not my ass, but here's my CBD.
Okay.
Yeah. Again, just a little bit, maybe a little bit in the lube, a little bit in your ass, whichever is convenient. You can also put it in capsules, like capsules that melt with your body temperature. I just don't suggest, make sure it's clear and not some color because it might melt out of your ass.
Wow.
All these things you get to try, sir. You'd be like,
I know, right? Like I've been seeing adverts on Pornhub constantly for like CBD, and I'm like,
so here is the O-Shot CBD arousal oil, and usually I'm like, try it. Like, no, I don't really need it, but I'll fucking give it a try. Like, whatever. It's gonna be more intense orgasm. I'm down for it. And I have heard of the O-Shot. And the reason being the O-Shot is because that's given to a lot of women like that, like women that has given birth and like incontinence, stuff like that.
That's
because
like the injection in the clitoris, right?
Right. And I've done that myself because of being a squirter in these films, because what we do is we overhydrate and there's a lot of pressure and just doing a lot of things that is unnatural for that area. It is loosened shit up. So I have had the O-Shots. I've heard of it before. So I know the company. I'm familiar with it. Again, I'm not affiliated. This is not a plug for them at all. I just wanted to share. It is a CBD arousal oil. So I'm not getting high. I'm not any of those things. And you just rub that in. And like a lot of people think like the pussy is just the clit and the opening, right?
Yeah,
oh, you got this. It's like a wishbone, baby. Start making wishes, okay? Like it comes down. Like you want to rub it all in that area over the clit. It takes about 5 minutes, and it worked. Like I'm like, oh shit, this really works. This is really good orgasm. I don't know if the CBD is a part of that. I don't know if it's, but the orgasm is great, and without like naturally made me female ejaculate into
really?
like I was doing a person's custom, which was not a squirting custom, and what was I charged differently for different things. And I was like, shit, this is like just coming out of me naturally, and it was like a significant pull. So, and I didn't know whether arousal oils ever done that for me. So I don't know if it was the CBD. I don't know if it's just like their combination or concoction. It experienced the O-Shot. It just really actually fucking works. So
and when you say the orgasm,
I don't know, like maybe get this for you and your partner. Give it a try.
Yeah, like when you say the orgasm is better, do you mean that like you come faster or more intensely?
It's just more intense. My orgasms get really super intense for me. Like, I mean, sometimes it's just like, God, I have the ugly okay. I'm like, like, what is this happening? But yeah, it's very intense orgasms. But I take care of my body, my hormones are on point. I like to experiment with different arousal things because I'm like, see where this goes with this. I'm like, I don't do anything that's gonna permanently change my arousal. But there's herbs, like there's mecca out there, like not just CBD, not just weed, not this, not just that, but just herbally that women can be. And I really I like focusing on women's arousal more than men. I feel like men, you can turn on any television or any radio to hear about erection medicine. How often do you ever hear about, like, are you hearing about this on the radio?
No, definitely not. Like,
women that, like what? Okay, I'm sorry. You just want to plug our holes, get us pregnant, and we're not supposed to enjoy it? Fuck off.
It's really interesting that you say it works, because I think I've been seeing all the ads on porn sites, and I'm used to seeing penis pill ads. So I just think every ad I see is a scam. So when I started seeing all the CBD, I'm like, yeah, of course. But
like I said, I'm not sure. Like that was my first CBD arousal oil that I tried. That I really, really liked. I've tried other ones, but this one I really know because the whole natural squirting thing or the whole natural female ejaculation thing was very like, I didn't expect that. And it actually led some of the thing like it says, that can happen. This is going to happen. So
I wonder how it works. So,
honey, get it for you and your partners, man. Go play with it. And it wasn't like hard. It wasn't hard fingering either. Not at all. Very light, very light. And I think that's another thing too. Like, man, you don't have to You don't have to fucking, you want to make your woman, do that, female ejaculate in any which way. It doesn't have to be hard fingering. It can be very, you can coax that out in a very gentle, it's about relaxing her and turning her on and getting her off. It's not about like, dude, this harder. It's going to, I'm going to make it. No, you're just going to hurt her.
Yeah, of course.
Right.
And you said that, like, well, you said weed makes sex better for you, and you described how that happens. But do you think it's the same for men and women? Like, that weed makes sex better for both?
I think if you're prone to getting a good body feel from edibles, that when you feel comfortable, and that maybe that's a little different for you because you may feel a little bit more introverted. Maybe back down your dose a little bit so that you're not so
Yeah,
introverted.
I think that's my problem because, like, I always overdo it.
Yeah, they're small. Like, start out with I don't know what your dosage is, but start out really small, and maybe just gradually, add 2 milligrams, 2 milligrams, 2 milligrams. It also depends on how you're getting it. If you're getting it, you don't know.
I love that you think I can measure to the nearest milligram.
Oh
like,
my God!
We're literally like doing it. We're literally doing it ourselves. Like last time we had we ended up
taking it. But if it's a cookie, fucking square it up into quarters.
Last time we did it, the girl that was going to bake the brownies, she was sick. So she left like the guys to cook, and we made weed mashed potatoes, which was a disaster. and we made them so wrong. We ate them, but we made them so wrong that they turned into potato soup, and we were eating it with a spoon.
When you ate it in the fry, to eat it, you're like, oh fuck it.
We were just like forcing it down, and it was worse than that as well because my friend wanted to sweeten them.
I need to connect you with my she's like a sister from another mother. She lives over in Europe, and she's great with cooking with weed. She said you got
I need some help.
She's a fantastic woman. I get my weed recipes from her and stuff like that. So
I'm good at cooking. I just can't bake.
Your question as far as whether I think that depends on I think everything from an individual standpoint. I'm not going to say here it's going to be effective like that for every woman, every man. Like, for instance, you get a certain feeling versus I do not. But I think that's because of dosage and whatever. And I can break it down like that because I have those abilities to do it. You're like, hey, fuck it, let's fucking do it. It's a good time. So I can't say it would across the board, but I mean, I think if you talk to a lot of people that partake in whether it's smoking or edibles or this, that, and the other, I think there's a lot of people, and maybe it's a higher percentage, a high majority people that may feel the same as far as it helping them sexually. Maybe achieve better orgasms or connect better with their partner or open up, let loose with the inhibitions. I mean, it's like boobs. People take a couple drinks and it loosens up their inhibitions. All of a sudden, like, they've got their girl fucking riding count, like with a little bit of booze. That doesn't really, I'm not saying it happens with weed, but I'm just saying people relax a little bit.
Yeah,
so
I think like
the relaxation part is going to help you enjoy, I believe, sex in a better way or a more deep and I just think it just makes it better. For me, that just makes it better.
Yeah, like I have a friend. I have a friend, and he's a male performer, and he doesn't inject his dick. He's like one of the few that doesn't. But before his scene, he has to get quite high, and
nice.
And that's how he does it. And I wonder if, like you say, it's just the relaxation. So it's like it must be like maybe the mental aspect, just relaxing, taking away the anxiety.
It's a lot of pressure for the guys too. They have to perform with a hard dick and come.
And I do wonder if it's like an alternative to Viagra or something.
In a perfect mental and physical state where he can kind of get into his groove. Because the guy, obviously I don't have a dick, so I can't speak for all the guys either. But like, from what I've learned throughout the 12 years that I've been in the industry, it's a mental addict game. So, because, they have to be like this. I can work with anybody and you're not going to know if I'm really attracted to this person or not. You know what I mean? Like, you're just like, oh, okay, I can put stuff up in there, make me look like it's super wet. Like, I'm the tricks. We have tricks. But guys, you're either hard or you're not. So I'm sure that probably just puts him in a mental and physical state of mind and physical that it probably feels great on his dick. He probably gets a good body feel from it. He gets into the motion. Because sometimes, like, it helps me even, like, if I'm eating pussy when I'm high, I like, like, oh my God, it just becomes even more beautiful. And when I dive more into it, I'm like, I kind of get
like
into,
focus,
like, making the
right?
woman, like, focus. Like, it's almost like, just pussy, who knows what the rest of this person is.
That's funny. Yeah, and I wonder if it's like a good alternative to Viagra, for example. Like, because I think young guys taking Viagra is kind of crazy.
Anytime you can get off that type of pill, I think that's a good thing. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think our bodies are meant to take a lot of those pills. Do I believe that like, I don't believe cannabis is a cure-all for everything, so don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But, I do believe that there is a place for Western medicine. But do we need to be shoving pills down our throats like we are? No, I think that's a big problem. I think that's what's caused most of our mental illness and fucking issues that we have today, and why our bodies can't get over infections, because we're constantly, we've got fucking prescriptions in our water. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, our bodies aren't meant for that. Our bodies are meant for nature, sunshine, eating plants and animals, this, that, and the other, in a balanced state of mind. And
and the dosage, like you say.
We live in an oversaturated of stimulation.
I think just doing things regularly, that's like doing too much or something, or like with weed, like not getting the dosage right. Like, there's going to be a tipping point where maybe sex gets worse, I guess. Is that fair to say?
I've never had sex get worse. That's weird.
Okay. Just more the better.
No, I've never had sex get worse with you. I always enjoyed it.
You're starting businesses when you're high. Like, that's not normal.
Yeah, that's
you're a special case.
Yeah, I am starting businesses while high. It's fucking crazy, right?
Yeah, it's really. If I did business idea, any of my business ideas when I'm high are not going to be good. Believe me.
You'd be surprised, though. That's how I look at it, man. It's like, if you're already a lazy person, or whatever, it's just gonna, anything that you do is going to amplify that. If you're a person that is, just loved achieving things and doing things, it's just going to amplify that. If you're like, I'm a very creative person, I love creating. I hate the business aspect of it. I hate like papers. I have somebody else to do all that. Tech. My best friend does all that, although he wasn't here today. Sure, but yeah, so I don't know. It just amplifies whatever for me, and it just amplifies whatever it is that's inside you.
Yeah. And so do you think like weed is good? Because obviously alcohol and some other drugs are kind of really associated with sex and dating. Like, alcohol, especially with cocktails and champagne, it's so associated with sex. And can weed be like something that's associated with sex? No.
I like sex on booze. But booze is different for me. Like, booze, I want to like have a drink. Like, I enjoy, drinking wine when I'm making dinner. I like having some wine when I'm out, out to dinner, sometimes with friends or with the girls. Very light, maybe 1 to 3 glasses max. I love tequila when I'm in Mexico, but that's, just I'll have tequila and lime juice. I don't mix it with anything. I don't do mixed drinks. A beer. But I don't like to really fuck on it.
Yeah, but do you think weed is something that can
be like, I'm just gonna do sloppy sex and I'm gonna pass out.
Yeah. But do you think weed is something that can be like part of dating somehow? Like, is it? Because it doesn't have that association.
There should be, I don't know if there might be already weed dating sites, but I think like having weed in general, in common, I think is really great, that for starters,
like, does it make you more attractive like alcohol does, for example?
People have made me, I know, alcohol make people ugly to me too. So, like, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know.
People definitely get more attractive when I'm drunk.
I don't know if weed makes people more attractive or not. I think again, that's an individual base.
Mm.
You know? Because I don't really get like, alcohol doesn't really make everybody beautiful to me. Sometimes alcohol makes people look really differently to me.
Yeah. Do you think there's any like downsides to like having sex when high? Like one of the ones I read on Reddit is obviously weed can give you like cotton mouth, and apparently it can give you
you want to stay hydrated.
Well.
That's for sure. Definitely take
So,
water to the bedroom or wherever you're fucking. Make sure you have some kind of liquid. But if you want something sour, like gummy bears or something like that, sometimes that creates a little extra saliva in the mouth.
Well, the point was that apparently it can also give you cotton vagina, where you don't have enough lube downstairs.
That sounds like
I found it on Reddit, so I don't know if this is true.
Like, it could be a personal issue. I don't know.
People were like, yeah, make sure you just drink.
Look, we're turned on. My friend stops by, put me up on my kitchen counter, making out with me, and I had no problem getting fucking wet. I was like a couple of dabs to the face, so.
Yeah, I think mostly I just wanted to say the phrase cotton vagina, and I'm going to keep saying it all day.
I kind of got a picture of it in my head. I'm like, I don't know.
I know, right? It's so graphic.
Right.
Yeah. And we already talked about like the legality of weed thing, because it is legal in most places in America, and that kind of changes it, I think. Like, because you can like have like, you know, more social places where people can smoke and just chill and chat, and you know, sex can happen, or you can probably smoke weed at sex parties there. I don't know. Whereas like in Europe, weed is such a secretive thing.
Parties, they might be smoking a little weed and stuff like that. I mean, that's definitely like a possibility. I don't see why not. But yeah, it's not federally legal yet. It should be, because it's fucking stupid. I mean, that's how I look at it. I mean, you know, you're requesting this woman over in Russia that's in prison for weed, but we have all these other non-offensive weed prisoners that's been in for how long?
Yeah.
Make that make sense to me.
Yeah, I mean,
and you want to trade a war criminal, which doesn't like that. I'm just like, what? I don't know. I'm not going to get into that area very much, but like, talk about the like, it's just fucking stupid. Like the rules on a plant. You know, it's not like this plant has caused destruction. What has caused destruction is a lot of just been, I don't know, other than that, like it hasn't been weed that has caused destruction. And in people's
definitely not.
You know, that's so much other things. It's not weed. It's how it's the lack of communication and comprehension between humans.
Yeah. And honestly, I think alcohol is the one that causes most destruction. You know, that's the one that
I've always told people the worst, like in my 20s when I did booze, you know, in college, like don't tell me college students did booze. I don't know. It's very few, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. When I did booze and I was like in the military, because obviously weed wasn't a thing I could do in the military. I made the worst decisions. I made bad decisions on booze. You know, and I definitely know starting out, but never started out with me like the other day, like, fuck, I would smoke some weed and stuff, and the thought was like, I'm gonna make dinner tonight, maybe I should get a bottle of wine, but I was like, you know what, oh, this feels good. Like, it was like, I didn't need to go any further, but man, with booze, man, back in my day, drink a little, I like.
So you find you don't have regrets when you have sex with weed, whereas.
No, not at all. No. I'm conscious of exactly what my decisions are. It doesn't, weed has never put me unconscious to the fact that I don't know what I'm doing. I've never smoked. Show me a person that has. Maybe you lose track of time, but like I'm losing track of time on my couch, staring at my plants, listening to really good fucking music, coming up with new fucking ideas. Oh shit, 2 hours went by, but I have this great idea now. So let's fucking put that into play.
Yeah, no, it's very different.
And no regret. I don't have regrets when I smoke weed. I've had, like, I hate using the word regret because they're, you know, whatever. But like, I've made bad decisions, boozing for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. staying out later, doing this, doing that, and doing extracurricular other drugs to keep your boozing going, I fucking lived a life. Like, I don't hide anything. I'm an open book, but like, I lived a life and I'm glad I had those experiences. No regrets there. Because I had to make those bad decisions to make me into the person I am today.
You learn.
But I learned not to booze like that to continue to make bad decisions.
It took me a long time to learn that.
And I'm not saying like I say, I did my coffee. I did a coffee beer collab. I'll show you what that is. Excuse me.
It's okay.
So I'm not going to sit here and say I don't booze or I'm against it because I'm not. My coffee is in this beer. It's called Cheers to Breakfast. It's with a local brewery here in Vegas. So it's a Vegas beer. Cheers to Breakfast. It has my coffee as part of the flavoring of it. It's absolutely delicious.
Yeah, coffee beer would have been my dream a few years ago, but I stopped drinking about 2 years ago now. So
yeah, I totally respect that as well. And I just like saying like, I never had an issue where I needed to completely like cut it off. I mean, there was a couple of years where I didn't drink at all. I just got tired of it. But that's just like because it's not really my thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm just an all or nothing person.
Like, and that's like if I really wanted wine the other day, if it was really my thing, I would have went out and got a fucking bottle of wine. But I was like, really honestly, I don't think I really need it or want it. It's already this. I'm already like, it's already 8 p.m. I don't really want it this late. Like,
yeah. And the reason I asked is because like in the UK and I believe in American law as well, and it seems to happen more and more that like particularly like college students, they can be like prosecuted for rape if they have sex with say a drunk girl. And the idea is that obviously she can't give her consent because she was drunk. And obviously there are predators out there. And but at the same time, it's like maybe you're both drunk, but it can still happen even if you're both drunk on the same level. Maybe it's more in the UK, but it's kind of like something that men kind of need to be aware of. Just this idea that like if a girl is drunk, even not even that drunk in theory, in UK law, she can't give consent.
Yeah.
So
well, that's not a bad thing. I think like also, as a woman, you have to also take responsibility and let's like start getting better friends to like pull us out of situations in which we are too drunken. I mean, I think like, and as a man, dude, let me just tell you this, as like my rule is that I don't like to have sex when I'm drunk, period. So I just get myself the fuck out there. If I had a dick, I don't care if that girl was all over me, grabbing my dick, trying to pull it out. I'd be like, you know what? When you sober, we can do this, but I'm not going to do it with you drunk.
Yeah.
That would be my fault.
Yeah, I think
keep yourself, you know what? You got to keep yourself safe. And regardless of like how heated that is in that moment, like, and that's like, when I go on set, like, I don't want to work with somebody that's, not having, like, honestly, like, it hasn't happened in years or anything like on any set that I've been on. But, I don't want to go on set or have sex with someone that's, taking a Xanax that morning. They're not for me.
No,
and I, for work, I do not get high before work.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go in sober. I want to know. I want to absolutely, regardless, although weed doesn't affect me in a sense where I forget shit like that, or I can't make a good conscious decision. Again, I can only speak from my own personal journeys and my own personal self. I can't speak, weed might affect somebody totally different. But I want to have a complete clear state of mind. I'm on camera saying I'm not high. I'm on camera giving my clear statements that I fully aware of what I'm getting myself into that day. And that I'm making a clear, conscious decision. So I want that to be truthful and honest. And I also want to set an example for the other young ladies and young men and young folks that are out there that are talent, that getting a high before work isn't like a cool thing. Let's come to work and let's get our job done. And we should be enjoying sex when we're also not high. right?
Yeah.
For me, getting high, man, I want to do that after work, and like it's like having a drink after work, man. Like, yeah, I'm gonna go have a joint and relax and make myself dinner, and that's why I let loose. Like I'm there to perform. So sex on set is sober, but maybe in my personal life, I do get high and stuff like that. I will get high before sex and stuff because I enjoy it and I can handle it, and I'm in control of those situations.
It's interesting what you say, because when in the comments, I get a lot of comments from people that just assume that all porn stars are on drugs, as they like to say, and they don't know what they're doing. They don't know why they're there, and it's such bullshit. And they don't realize that.
And like when they're like, "You're not, bitch."
Yeah.
Tell me another fucking career where a woman is valued and gets paid more than most, and than really all of them.
Yeah, and they don't realize that, like how
and everything that
the controls are
it's so strict. We go over boundaries. We're videotaped, signing legal documents and doing legal statements. I take it very seriously because I never want anybody to feel uncomfortable on set with me. I want to abide by all their boundaries. I want my boundaries respected as well. Whenever I'm working with a new person, I check in during the. Are you okay? Do you need anything? Right? Like, especially if it's a scene where I need to be a little bit more dominant. Like, I want to make sure that they're clear and understanding of what they're going to, read the scripts. Like, this is what we're doing today. I think it's important, especially for like a senior in the industry, or us. There's people that in the industry longer than me that's in the industry, but like just people that have had experience and mature in the industry. I think setting good examples. I don't want just because I handle my lead a certain way, I don't want to set that example for somebody else. I don't want them to be like, well, I saw Alexis do it, and so I decided to get high, and then I couldn't control myself, and now I'm upset at the decisions that I made. No. No, I go sober. I enjoy my fucking day. I know what I'm getting myself into. I'm clear-minded. And then I enjoy my life afterwards. It's very simple. And I run my content like that too, because that content shoot, that still has my name on it. I still want everybody to leave that. I want everybody to leave that set of that content shoot feeling great.
Yeah,
they've done everything at their own free will,
It's just another production, right? It's
another production, and I run it just exactly how, because I'm contracted with Brasser, so I like to run it exactly how they're running their sets, so that I'm always kind of following the line and the toe, and I never want anybody to leave my set, my content set, feeling like, well, I kind of wish I didn't do that. I want everybody to do, and I tell them, if you're not at 100%, don't do it. Because that 1% might could turn around and bite you in the ass. Like, oh man, like, whatever.
Yeah.
Let's leave. Let's be laughing. Let's have fun on set. Let's get our job done. And then what you do after that is on you. I don't care what you do after that. But while we're on set, let's handle ourselves professionally and soberly, and know that we're as entertainers, we're there to put on, and that's just me. That's how I run my stuff.
Yeah, no, I've been in the business 10 years, and I haven't seen anyone get high on any of my sets. Like, it just hasn't happened. Like, my friend uses weed as like Viagra, I guess, but apart from him, like,
it's hard
I haven't seen anyone.
It's hard for me to really consider weed a drug in any such ways, but I guess it does if you say, alter your state of whatever mind a little bit, whatever.
Yeah, but like so does coffee, or tobacco.
Yeah, coffee, the same thing. Teach their own, whatever. But like, I mean, I think it's sad. Like, people don't really understand, and I've never been so empowered. And I was not empowered as a fucking paralegal. Oh God, no. I wouldn't have been empowered as an attorney working for somebody other attorney. Fuck no. And I don't want that. I don't want that fucking life. I love my life. I've never been so empowered in my, God, it's just like, I wake up blessed. I wake up happy. I wake up in charge of my day. I wake up thinking, okay, what can I achieve today that's going to be better? Like, personally, how can I be better than yesterday? Not just like, how many more things can I get done? It's like, how can I go about my day in a better way that I'm not going to be fully exhausted and I get a lot of stuff done and I have, that I feel good. I'm building that life that I don't need a vacation from. I
Yeah, I
have
know
my
what you mean with
health.
that.
I have my health. My blood work's good. My pap smears are good. My athleticism. I go to the gym. I along with lifting heavy weights and boxing and yoga. I also do a lot of recovery, foam rolling, stretching, acro stuff. Dude, it's amazing. And I wouldn't have been able to achieve this type of quality. This is my type of quality of life. Working for somebody else's dream on a stealing job, waiting. Like, I was just thinking about this the other day. How fucking traumatizing is it to wait every week or every 2 weeks for a fucking paycheck that's never going to get any bigger?
Yeah.
And it could essentially get less with taxes.
Yeah.
But you're still putting in the same amount of work for the same amount of hours.
I had a similar conversation with my dad, and I was kind of explaining that, sometimes like my work life's more fun than my personal life. It's like,
yeah,
it's bizarre, but I get to travel a lot, just talk to people, do fun things, make porn. It's good.
It's fucking great.
Yeah.
Wonderful. I love it. I absolutely love my life and I love what I do. I absolutely love that I said yes back in July 2010. I'm Dancing Bear. I'll fuck this guy's dick, and the very next day.
Oh, is that how you started on Dancing Bear?
Yeah. I was the main bride. I slept the guy, the Dancing Bear, the guy with the head stick.
Were you meant to be in it, or you were like? Because that's like the stripper one, isn't it? Where they have like a crowd.
It's a stripper one, and it was all ran by like the Big Bros main studio back in the day in Miami. And I was just cruising Craigslist. I hated my life. I didn't like where it was going. I was miserable. I didn't like how I was like Friday would go out of work. Sorry. Okay, children. Stop. Okay, the bunny. I'm trying to tell a story. Okay, enough. So anyway, I held off and I quit my paralegal job. I was like, this is making me miserable. I'm never seeing the light of day. I'm tired of drinking. Because I was living a miserable Monday through Friday. Friday comes, what does everybody do? Happy hour. Why? Because they want to get drunk and bitch about work. So stupid. And then Saturday comes around, you recover from Friday, and then you're back out. Sunday would be like, same thing. You gotta do Sunday brunch and you're wasted by 6. And you're just like, you're that's not even a happy life. That's a miserable life. Like that's not living to me.
You're right. It's like you're living for the weekend, aren't you? And like in porn, you don't even care what day it is.
It's like what is this? Oh,
like do you even care what day it is now? Like just days of the week mean nothing to me.
Don't care.
It's like
and it's the most beautiful thing. And honestly, that's the thing that I don't think people really get. It's the sex is great. Do not get me wrong. However, the reason why I love what I do and has kept me in for as long as I have is the autonomy that I have over how I spend and create my time. My career and what I do daily is whatever I put into it.
Yeah.
And maybe sometimes I'm an overachiever. Sometimes I'm a completely underachiever. You need balance in those days. And that to me, when I realize I can shape my world, I can truly be that master creator of my own reality and change my life for the better. Fuck y'all. Sex is sex. This outer shit is just like whatever. You know what I mean? I'm a sexual person. I have a high sex drive. Why not capitalize on that? I truly have a deeper understanding of what intimacy is among people. And it's not just sex. It's connectivity. It's conversation. It's comprehension of the communication that you're receiving. It's so much. Sex is just barely scraping the topsoil with this, right? Barely scraping it. And the deeper that you understand intimacy, the deeper and better that sex can come. Right.
Yeah, I always say to people that the main thing you learn when you start doing porn is that just how important communication is. Like, just the thing everybody learns.
It's incredibly important. It is like, it has really changed and it's another thing I like to work on all the time is the way I'm communicating with everyone. Am I really saying what's really out there and what I need to say? If I don't have to leave the kitchen, otherwise I think they get a treat. These kids are so trained.
Yeah, my cats are behaving today, which is rare.
Yeah, so. Mine just know that they ruled my life, and they're like, "We'll just bark, and she'll have to do something." But yeah, I mean, it's just I don't know. I love this career. I love it. I love now with the now it's even more control in our hands with the whole OnlyFans and all these other sites that are out there. And there's a lot that's out there. There's a lot of platforms. So you can choose whatever platform you wish. And it's been absolutely fabulous. Now,
I feel like
I always felt that I had say in my business and my scenes and stuff. But now it's like even more so do you have say. Because now we're making money over here on our own. We're being our own producers or directors and everything.
The models are making more money than productions now, for sure. Like, even Brazzers don't make as much as, say, the 5 top models. It's
Oh, I don't know about all that, but I'm just saying, now we have a pot of gold right now.
Yeah.
And we're working it. We're working it too. I mean, if you're not working that pot of gold right now, you're leaving money behind. But
yeah, there's been a power shift.
We don't have to rely on productions, all the time.
Yeah, models have all the power now.
I'm solid. And that's also a double-edged sword, because I also want to address something with that. And maybe you also produce and you might have experienced this. Just because you have it, don't commit to a scene and then cancel last fucking minute just because whatever, like either commit to the scene and follow through with your actions. It's one thing. I'm not talking with you having a health concern or anything, but there's some people that just cancel because they're making the money on, they're like, why should I going to show up when I've already made this over here? You know what I mean? And so it's not like, I don't know. I look at everybody on set, like the lighting guy, this person, they're not going to get paid to be canceled like that.
It seems to be an American problem. Like when I was shooting in America, I've never shot a model I booked. Like I've always had to run around. Yeah, they've had to give me a substitute every time. Because I've never shot a model I booked.
Well, that's crazy.
No, once I did. It's like, in Europe, it's not a problem, but so I don't know why it's difficult in America. But everybody says it. All the producers say it's really hard to get models to show up.
Sometimes I'll still let me be like, well, thank God you're only seeing this week, and it'll be a Friday. What do you mean? This person. Well, they don't ever say names or anything like that, but they'll be like, well, we had a bunch of cancellations this week or something like that. It's very professional. No one it's not like that.
I found the agents are really good and found me a replacement, like a good replacement. So
that's the agents are getting their, they're definitely working on it.
But I said to them, should I just book on the day from now on? Just call you and say who you got, because it's it's just easier.
Get back at. Get back at. But it's just that's just bad ethic. It's bad work ethic. That's not cool. If you're shooting, and that's if you're shooting your own content, do you want people canceling on you at the last minute? After you've spent all the money, they're cool.
See, in Europe, I find that's how it is. People don't cancel the paid scenes, but they cancel the OnlyFans scenes. So it's the opposite way around.
I tell if I'm traveling, I tell them this. I'm like, hey, I bought the flight already, and I got my Airbnb. I'm set to show up.
Yeah, the number of times I found myself just enjoying a luxury hotel room, just going, okay, well, I'm gonna.
Well, you make solo content or find another talent. That's
I don't think anyone's looking at solo content of me. So,
you'd be surprised.
I'd
give you the prize. Just get out there.
I don't think people are interested in that.
You just do POVs.
Yeah, again, There's just not a big enough market. Maybe there's like some of the girls I'm dating might like throw me $1 here or there for a clip, but I think that's about it.
Pip out that dick, dude.
All right. Well, let's wrap up on the weed thing. So I think like my main takeaways are definitely try CBD. I'm really curious about it now. Like before I spoke to you, I was just thinking like, it's probably a bit scammy, but yeah, now I really want to try it. And and I definitely also really want to try just having like a little bit of weed with a girlfriend or something, and just see how it changes things. I think every guy wants to
down the
give
dosage a
a
little
girl
bit.
a better orgasm or a faster orgasm. Or
Oh my God, dude, eating pussy high is so fucking fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
and getting your pussy eat high is so fucking fun.
Well, I don't have one of those, but I just can't imagine having sex high.
I'm just saying your girl, whoever you play with, is gonna like really enjoy. Like it's great enjoyment for both of you.
Yeah, but I'm gonna lower the dosage and I'm gonna try that. And
split it
I'll
up
report back.
Don't make mashed potatoes again.
No, it was awful. It was really bad.
Yeah. I'll send you a recipe. Something.
Yeah. I just can't bake. Baking never works for me. I can cook really well, but I don't know. Whenever I bake, it just goes wrong. And yeah, do you want to tell people, is there anything you're selling at the moment or you want to promote or tell people where to find you?
Yeah, I can tell you guys a whole bunch of stuff. Let's see here.
Yeah, I saw your list of links and I was like, oh my God, how many businesses does she have?
Yeah, right. So I have a coffee business. It's called High AF Coffee. We're on the internet, highafcoffee.com. We're going to be adding a new flavor called smoked. It's going to be a smoked coffee. That's pretty cool. And we're going to be doing a smoked beer with that, which is going to be, it's going to be a very exclusive 1 barrel between myself and a local place here. So if you're local in Vegas or come to Vegas, you can actually buy my coffee at Corey's Fine Wine and Spirits. It's currently under, they're getting remodeled. So give them they're really having, outside curb service. But anyway, yeah, so it's local. My beers here, the Cheers to Breakfast, which you can find here locally in Vegas as well. So I have that. I have my podcast, which is called the High As Fawx Show. It's casual conversation with just people that we find really interesting or people that we sponsor or just people from the industry, comics, beer, weed. I have a boxer that's been on that I sponsor. We're having some people on today. And then if you like my more naughty side, foxstands.com is my main one. So I would say go there. And we can chat, get naughty. You can order content from me that's personalized to you. All kinds of stuff on there. So, and when I go on my trips, you get a little exclusive naughty side of that. So it's pretty fun. We'll see what else. Is there anything else? Instagram, Twitter. I do not communicate with fans on Instagram, Twitter. So if there is an Alexis Fawx that is DMing you on any of social media, it's not me. I only talk to my fans that subscribe my sites. Only way to talk to me in DM. I do not email you. I never assist in the emails back, and I will never see with emails or public social media for anything. So please be wary of all of that.